my last segment, I was talking about the role of news in maximizing harm to their subjects. For the longest time, one of the most important ethics in journalism has been minimizing harm for everyone. You want to understand the news and spread the facts, but you don't want to cause damage to people. However, as we've seen with the Daily Beast and CNN, they seek to maximize the harm they do to private individuals because, well, in my opinion, these people are evil. It's terrifying. This kind of behavior was happening in Sweden when I was covering the no-go zones. We heard about journalists from various newspapers showing up to people's houses, asking them about comments they posted anonymously online, and publishing their names to destroy their lives. And now we can see apparently the Daily Beast and CNN are joining in. This is an opinion piece from the Washington Examiner that goes over recently the Daily Beast doxed a Trump supporter. CNN showed up to a woman's house and also threatened to dox a guy for making a meme. So let's read through this and see what they have to say. Before we get started, go to timcast.com/donate if you would like to support my work. There's a monthly donation option through PayPal, cryptocurrency address, physical address, but of course, the best thing you can do to support this video is like the video, comment below, share the video because the engagement really helps, and sharing does for sure, but also subscribe if you haven't already. Engagement, tells YouTube the video is good. From the Washington Examiner, they say, Daily Beast, CNN confuse censorious partisanship with journalism. The press is not the enemy of the people, but I will be damned if it does not act like it sometimes. The Daily Beast has just published a hit piece outing a private citizen whom it accuses of producing a hoax video. The video purports to show House Speaker Nancy Pelosi in a moment of inebriation. And I'll stop here and mention, there are two videos. There are two. The one that was shared by Trump was just cuts. It was a normal video. It wasn't doctored. It was just an edit of various things she was saying where she was slurring. The media has been conflating these two videos, apparently not aware that there's two different videos. Well, let's read on. The footage, though widely shared, is fake. It had been deliberately slowed down to give the appearance of intoxication on the part of the speaker. But that didn't stop it from being shared widely, including by former New York City mayor and presidential attorney Rudy Giuliani. The video's popularity is newsworthy insofar as it is a case study in how falsehoods can spread in the digital age. But that's not where Daily Beast contributing editor Kevin Poulsen took the story. Rather, his report focuses almost exclusively on doxing the alleged creator, including his criminal record and his Instagram history. I ask you, men and women of the internet who are watching this video, mostly dudes, are news organizations supposed to be doxing people they don't like? Have news organizations doxed any Antifa members? Have news organizations sought to protect the identities of Antifa members? Oh, they did? Yes, CNN ran a story where it was titled, Antifa seeks peace through violence, or something like that. Complete psychosis. And then CNN doxes, or shows up to a woman's house and threatens to dox somebody. I think we can see plain as day, anybody who's been paying attention, how these are partisan actors. But don't take my word for it. Let me just defer to the New York Times, barring its reporters from appearing on Don Lemon's show, because CNN has gone off the rails. Let's read on, though. Remarkably enough, this is not even the first time that a major newsroom has hunted down and doxed a private citizen for producing political memes and content opposed to Democratic politicians or supportive of President Trump. In July 2017, CNN tracked down Reddit user Han A-hole Solo for creating a meme showing the president beating a humanoid version of the cable network's logo. In its subsequent report on the matter, the network explained it agreed not to reveal the identity of the Reddit user in return for a promise that he would refrain from engaging in similar behavior in the future. Do we live in a nightmare dystopia? Yes, we do. Think about it. We don't like the fact that you criticized us with a meme, so we're going to publish your name unless you tell us you won't do it. And if you do, we'll publish your name. That's a threat. That is a threat. These people are evil. Evil people. Quote, CNN is not publishing Han A-hole Solo's name because he is a private citizen who has issued an extensive statement of apology, showed his remorse by saying he has taken down all his offending posts, and because he said he is not going to repeat this ugly behavior on social media again. I don't think it was ugly. I think it was funny. I encourage everybody to make memes. Have fun. Make a meme. Maybe it's a bad meme. Maybe nobody shares your meme. Don't get discouraged. You can try again and make more memes. What's wrong with being funny? How has the left abandoned comedy? It was just a video of Trump at WWE, and the guy superimposed CNN over the guy Trump was fighting. Who cares? It's a joke. They're calling it ugly behavior. You people are disgusting. CNN, these people are sick. It added, in addition, he said his statement could serve as an example to others not to do the same. CNN reserves the right to publish his identity should any of that change. That is a threat. That is extortion. That is blackmail. The guy should have sued. I don't know if you can, but. News organizations or secret police, you decide. Later in February 2018, CNN hunted down and confronted a Florida woman whom its reporters accused of unwittingly coordinating with Kremlin-connected trolls by promoting a pro-Trump Facebook page. The cable news network published the woman's first, middle, and last names online. It revealed what state she lived in and even named her county. The network listed the exact title of the pro-Trump Facebook page associated with the woman. CNN also broadcast images of the woman's face. The Trump supporter, who had reportedly promoted an event organized by trolls, Russian trolls, later suffered online harassment because CNN had painted a target on her back. Good job, CNN. These people are evil. This is literal evil. This is maximizing harm to private individuals for sharing memes. As journalists like to say, 3 is a trend. A number of individuals in the news industry seem to believe they have a moral duty to keep anti-democratic or pro-Trump internet users in line. They are using the full force of newsrooms to rain hell down on the heads of unknown individuals who engage in supposedly problematic pro-Trump behavior. Let's not forget, Time Warner, which was previously the parent company of CNN. I don't know if they still. I think they still are. I think AT&T bought Time Warner. I could be wrong. They're one of the largest donors to Hillary Clinton throughout her career. Isn't it interesting then that CNN is throwing the power of their platform against almost exclusively Trump supporters? So I ask, when people get mad at me for making videos like this, when they say only conservatives criticize CNN, they've lost their spine and they have no principles. Why would I, as someone who opposes authoritarians and authoritarianism, ever support massive multi-million dollar, billion-dollar corporations using their power to harass and intimidate private individuals? This little old lady who posted a stupid thing about some Trump, who cares? It does nothing for the story to do what they did. They threatened her life. They put her, I'm sure the anxiety was immense. It's like Covington. How many stories have we seen where random people are accused of nonsense, are targeted for doing nothing, and are attacked? It should be clear that I want to say, obviously not every media organization, but there are actors within media whose goal it is to make sure they keep you in line, that you better not share an opinion. You are fair game. What was that? You smirked at a guy? You didn't know how to respond to someone banging a drum in your face? We're going to make sure every news outlet smears you as a bigot. That kid was probably freaking out at Covington. I couldn't imagine. I've seen some people who have been thrust into the limelight, gain massive followings very quickly. They lose their minds. Ocasio-Cortez has had to deal with a rapid rise, and you can see how she can't really handle it, and she doesn't know how to respond to being as famous as she is. For me, it was a very slow growth over several years. Yes, there was like one point where I was featured in a bunch of magazine stuff, but over time I gained more and more followers, and the amount of harassment has been ever escalating exponentially. But you know what? I grew with it. I recognized as it was happening, it wasn't a shock to my system. Think about what it's like to be minding your own business, and you see a funny thing and you go, that's cool, and you share it. Next thing you know, CNN, the airport news network, your face is in every airport around the country, and they're insulting you, and they're calling you names, and they're highlighting your history, and they're smearing you. I'd imagine some people might have a heart attack. Some of the reporters who support this behavior claim the Daily Beast report is defensible on the grounds that the Trump fan made himself a public figure when he decided to involve himself with several partisan, quote, news sites. This is an interesting new take. I suppose this means that political activists have just been given the all clear to dox the staffs of other partisan news sites like the Huffington Post or Raw Story. Or would that be the bad kind of doxing? The Daily Beast and its defenders claim they are really fighting disinformation and Russian influence. This is nonsense. What we saw this weekend was absolutely an attempt to control online behavior and frighten others into submission. This is not journalism. This is political partisanship and hackery. But I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Stick around, I got one more segment coming up for you in a few minutes, and I will see you then.